Looking at the faces of people who don't want to follow Christ is exhausting. Hey, what's up? It's Patrick, it's Roseby of Fire, and I pray this message reaches who it needs to reach. So let's talk about looking at the faces of people who don't want to follow Christ is exhausting. I'm gonna keep it real, bruh. When a person doesn't want to follow Jesus and they don't want to follow Christ, it's like something just sits on their face, bro. It's like a presence of vanity sits on their face. I call it the face of vanity. You know what I'm saying? Now just think of human faces as art, like as a painting. If all the faces that you're looking at is faces of people who don't want to follow God, it's like these faces is against God, bro. Do you get what I'm saying? If a person doesn't want to follow God, it's like their face is cursed. It's like their face is an image against God. It's like they have the face of vanity. Now, for the people who's not spiritual, they not gonna understand what I'm saying. But when a person doesn't want to follow God, bro, they have the face of vanity, bro. It's like their face is an image against God. Now just let that sink in. And look at how many faces we see of people who don't want to follow God, bro. It's like the whole world, bro, we looking at faces of vanity, bro. That's all we see. Faces of vanity. It's like the glory of God is not resting on their face. The spirit of God is not resting on their face. You want to know what's resting on their face, bro? Vanity, bro. It's like they have this face of vanity, bro. It's exhausting, bro. Bro, when you're looking at faces of people who don't want to follow God all day, bro, it's like you're looking at cursed faces that's against God, bro. It's exhausting. And the crazy part is, majority of people in the world, in this world, they don't want to follow God, bro. So we just looking at faces of people who are just filled with vanity. People stuck in their own ways. People caught up in their own ways. That's all we're looking at. Faces of vanity everywhere. When a person doesn't want to follow God and fully commit their life to God, they carry the face of vanity. They carry the FOV. You know what I'm saying? Face of vanity, bro. That's what we're gonna call it. Face of vanity, FOV, bro. They carry a FOV. You know how some people carry a resting B face? Well, we gonna have to come up with a new vocabulary. People who don't want to follow God, bro, they carry the FOV, bro. They carry the FOV, bro. The face of vanity, bro. Because that's what your life literally is. And your lifestyle radiates on your face. Now, you gotta be you gotta have spiritual vision to even see stuff like this. Well, it's kind of like common sense, but you still gotta have like a relationship with God, bro, to understand what I'm saying. And to be able to see that these people have a face of vanity. I'm telling you, bro, these people have a face of vanity, bro. Everywhere you go, you're looking at people with faces of vanity. Don't you know how exhausting that is, bro? You ain't looking at faces of people who really have a strong relationship with God, who really love God. When you walk around, you're not looking at faces of people who love God, faces of people who really rejoice in the Lord. You ain't seeing none of that. When you're walking around, bro, you're seeing nothing but FOVs, faces of vanity, faces of people who don't want to follow God. That's exhausting. That is exhausting just to look at all these faces. That's like you looking at images and paintings of images that's against God. Your face is an image. Your face is a painting. You're looking at paintings and faces of people who are against God. Your face is against God, bro. Let me repeat that 3 more times. Your face is against God. 2 more times, bro. Your face is against God. Let me repeat that 1 more time. Your face is literally against God. So now imagine how we followers of God feel when we're looking at FOVs all day. We're looking at faces of vanity all day, bro. All across the media, FOVs, faces of vanity. Damn, that's exhausting, right? I'm exhausted looking at all these FOVs. Where are the blessed faces? Where are the blessed faces? Faces that's blessed by God, bro. Where are the faces of people who have a personal relationship with God? People who really love God. People who really have a strong relationship. People who are walking with God. You know what I'm saying? And let me tell you something. A person could look good. Yeah, they look good. Right? They look good. But they still have an FOV. Yeah, a person could look good and they still have a face of vanity. Because the face of vanity is a spiritual thing. It's a reflection of their lifestyle that they don't want God in their life. They don't have a relationship with God in their life. So even though a person could look good physically, they still have a face of vanity, bro. So this is not about looking good or not looking good. This is spiritual. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, a person could literally have an FOV, bro. A face of vanity, bro. You get what I'm saying? And it's exhausting, bro. Just looking at faces of people who don't want nothing to do with God, bro. Faces of people who just hate God. Faces of people who just want to debate about God. Faces of people who, you know, the Hebrew Israelite cult that be standing on street corners just hating white people, and bro, just faces of religious cults. And bro, it's exhausting looking at all these faces, bro. They faces is like paintings that's against God. You know what I'm saying? And it's like 90% of faces is against God or something, bro. What's going on in this world, bro? It's like 90% of faces is against God. Like, what's going on, bro? But hey, bro, looking at the faces of people who don't want to follow God is exhausting, bro. It's just exhausting, bro, when you really just keep it real, bro. Everywhere you go, a face of another person who don't want nothing to do with God. Everywhere you go, a face of another person who don't want nothing to do with God. They don't want to submit to God's plan for their life. These faces is against God, bro. Many faces are faces of vanity, bro. Look around. Faces of vanity, bro. Their lifestyle radiates on their face. Their lifestyle sits on their face. That's how you have a face of vanity. Your lifestyle is an ungodly lifestyle. So it sits on your face. It's a spiritual thing. But it's also like a lifestyle thing. You could just look at a person's lifestyle and then look at their face and then look at their lifestyle and then look at their face and then look at their lifestyle and then look at their face equals face of vanity, bro. It's really that simple, bro. Do not complicate it, bro. But that's pretty much everything I wanted to say, bro. Most people out here, bro, they carry faces of vanity, bro, because they don't want nothing to do with God, bro. Peace.